uh, almost 4,000 attendees. And we have huge amount of sponsors who back us to do this. So it takes an absolute army to do this, and we really want to acknowledge the advisors and the track chairs for this track, and would request them to just stand up so people can see you all and know who you guys are. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. So with that, I would now request Ashok to come up on stage and please take care of the track through the day. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to the Next Gen Technology Services track at TiECon 2014. In my brief introductory address, I will try to set the context for the sessions that will follow, which comprises an exciting keynote followed by 3 high-intensity panel discussions. We felt that Next Gen is closely associated with SMAC, which, as all of you know, stands for Social, Mobile, Cloud, and Analytics. In this session, you will hear from all of us how this paradigm is impacting all sectors of the industry, right from healthcare to financial services to retail. Obviously, it has its implications also on the services industry. And you will hear this theme right through all sessions. That said, there will be some crystal gazing, there will be some predictions. And talking about predictions, I thought I will share with you something that was presented to us by David Yoffie, who is the professor of strategy at Harvard University and a member of Mindtree's board. And he talked about the year 1965, when the American Academy of Arts and Sciences established a commission to prepare a report on the year 2000. And looks like they foresaw the internet, because this is what they said, that in the year 2000, we'll have a national information computer utility that would take form with tens of thousands of terminals in homes and offices, providing library and information services, retailing, ordering, billing services, and the like. So they were bang on 35 years ago about the year 2000. But they were not so right about the next one. So much about predictions. So let me then move on to a slide that gives a snapshot of the worldwide IT services industry today. It is an $850 billion market, poised to reach about $1 trillion in the year 2015. And I would like us to view this business along 2 conventional tracks, and what I would call the business IT services, which is close to about $750 billion US, where you could view the CIO as the buyer, and right below you would see all of the service lines that are consumed as business IT services by the CIO. And against each service line, you can see the approximate compound annual growth rate. The second track is what I would call R&D services, which is basically what the CTO of technology and product companies procure from services companies, and that I would call R&D services. The market size number for that is more difficult to get, but it is close to about $100 billion, and the CTO is the buyer. The various segments under that and their projected annual growth rates are shown there. And these growth rates are over the next 2-3 years. As you can see, barring semiconductor, all other segments are poised for reasonably good growth rates. What I would add here is that the mobile and cloud paradigm is impacting many segments, some of them positively, some of them adversely. Just as an example, as software as a service gains momentum, the business around CRM and ERP implementation, which were long cycle and more expensive and therefore good for services companies, those are getting impacted adversely. On the other hand, because SaaS is so convenient to use, provides a lot more business agility, there are many more mid-sized companies that are entering the fray and adopting SaaS implementation, which means the addressable market size grows, and therefore that becomes a positive opportunity because of that change. So moving on to a slide that looks pretty busy about CIO and CTO priorities, and I will just pick a couple of highlights there. You will see that analytics, BI, mobile technologies, and cloud computing are amongst the top 5 technology priorities for CIOs these days. And these are findings from Gartner reports, et cetera, in the year 2013. And these have replaced other areas like IT management and virtualization, which were there a couple of years ago. And before that, ERP applications. So those were there higher on the CIO's priority list, which don't appear anymore. So that is quite telling in terms of the impact that SMAC is having. For the CTO, product development has to be done today with a cloud-first and a mobile-first approach. It can't be an afterthought. So that is how the priority of the CTO changes. As far as the business priorities are concerned, they are self-explanatory. I wanted to add here that a couple of years ago, 2 priorities that were in the top for the CIO are no longer present, and those are attracting and retaining best talent and improving business processes. You don't see them as appearing as top priorities for the CIO today. So those are the changes that we are all seeing in our landscape today. Again, this slide talks about the changes in IT services, and it looks complex, but then if you view it bottom to top and left to right, what it tries to say is that the old world was pretty fragmented and discrete, which is on your left bottom, and the new world right on the top right is what is much more integrated and networked. And if you look at the old world today, we don't talk about offshoring and on-site, but it is much more about global delivery expansion. Instead of a rate-based kind of business model, it is much more outcome-based. And as against headcount-based services delivery, today a lot of services is predicated on IP and technology assets. Again, social, mobile, cloud, and information, they play a very significant role, and that is what you see right in the middle. And the 3 beams that lead you from the old world to the new world belong to services companies of today and more probably of tomorrow that are able to adapt to change, improve competitiveness, and identify growth opportunities. And on this box on the right are the new challenges that confront services companies as well as the customer. So again, without going into too much detail, in the interest of time, let me move on to what I think is my last slide. And that is to talk about the landscape today and recognize that the customer goes beyond the CIO and the CTO, and we are talking about welcoming the new business consumer. So employees are no longer just users, but consumers at work. And what this whole slide actually means is that we are looking at a new force, a new group that is coming into the forefront of IT decision making. In fact, recent surveys show that about 30% of the CIO spend is probably going to happen outside the control of IT. So there are a lot more options for business users today in terms of cloud options as well as access to all kinds of data, structured and unstructured, and big data provides you sophisticated capabilities to do very deep analytics. So the IT departments and services companies have to cope up to this new paradigm. Otherwise, more of shadow IT or shady IT, as I heard somebody say yesterday, that will proliferate more and more. Okay. So in conclusion, I wanted to draw upon one point which I heard yesterday when there was the fireside chat between B.V. Jagdish and the gentleman from VCE. And in that, Praveen, I think his name was Praveen, and Praveen said that the most innovative opportunities lie at the intersection of the 3 major tracks of TICON, which is basically cloud, big data, and Internet of Things. And I just wanted to tell all of us here, folks, the intersection of those 3 is this next-gen technology services track. Or should I actually say that we are smack in the middle of that intersection? So let me then welcome you to the forthcoming sessions, and it is my pleasure now to invite my colleague and co-chair, Ashish Madhwar, Senior VP of Cognizant Technologies, and he will introduce the keynote session and the keynote speaker. Thank you very much, and enjoy the day ahead of you.